Welcome to the Longmont Zone, Part 2. This is the strange place where we control the vertical. We control the horizontal, but we don't do diagonals. Dennis, being that excellent is a subjective term defined by the majority and consensual opinion of the relevant society that the people are living in, can we really call our show excellent?
Oh, I don't know, maybe not excellent, but definitely well above average.
Alright, well, roll the credits. Kerrisk World, party on, well above average. Très bon pour avoir tout en Perry. You know, Elron, we have a name for Perry because we need his other name. It means the city of lights. And as you can see, we have very many. Très bien, huh? Oh, très bien. So, Elron, where you come from? Longmont, Colorado? You have a place from your city also?
I suppose you could call Longmont the City of Lights.
Oh, also, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Trivial. Good. Hi, kids. Dirty Dan here. Kids, are you stuck in a big job with low wages and no future? Well, how would you like to change that? If you join the Dirty Dan School of Drug Dealing, you too can be a part of this exciting and rewarding career. Yes, here at the school, we'll teach you everything you needed to know about becoming a successful drug dealer. Things like protecting your sales territory by drive-by shootings, using the latest weapons such as the Mac-11 with a 30-round clip and a laser sight. So kids, we'll show you marketing techniques, how to improve your customer base, where to go, where to find your customers. Also, we'll train you on legal actions in the courtroom. We'll show you how you can avoid going to jail. And when you become a drug dealer, you'll be very popular and have lots of interesting friends. Just make sure you tie down the stereo at night. So kids, remember, when you come to our school and you graduate, you'll get everything you need to know for becoming a drug dealer. And not only will you get this beautiful diploma, but you'll also receive a free life insurance policy to pay all your funeral expenses if a drug deal goes bad. So call me today at 1-555-968-5673. That's 1-555-968-5673, and see how you can change your life by joining our school. Thank you. Kramer. Ah, yes, Wayne, that's fine. Send it in, will you? All right. Come on in.
Hi, Mitch.
Well, Dave, afternoon. How you doing? Pretty good? Ah, Dave, well, what do you think today? How's your interview go?
Pretty good. It wasn't bad.
Yeah? Well, apparently your final interview went really well. Steve said he liked you a lot. And your references are really excellent. We called them up, and your past performance has been really good.
Right.
But I'm afraid, though, we have a little problem here with your UA.
What?
Yes, it says that you have high levels of a highly addictive psychoactive alkaloid in your bloodstream.
What? That's impossible. I've never done drugs in my life. I was at a party a while back and there was some cocaine, but I didn't inhale.
Cocaine? No, nothing about cocaine here. No marijuana either. No, what you have here, Dave, is a highly addictive nicotine habit. Looks like you're smoking about 1 or 2 packs a day.
That's legal.
Well, yes, that's true, but see, here at the Randolph Corporation, we have a policy of absolutely no smoking. And you afraid just don't qualify. Because the problem is that with smokers, we found their productivity is lower, they raise our medical insurance costs, and we save about 60% on that just from having non-smokers here. So, what can I say? We're a smoke-free workplace, and you just won't fit in at this time. And but you notice all the plaques on our front lobby.
Yeah, it was full of them. There's all kinds.
Well, that's true. We've won many, many awards for excellence in design, software engineering. We have some of the best staff members and team in the country. And you probably noticed them when you were walking around interviewing today, right?
Yeah, they all look like a bunch of hippies wearing tie-dyes and stuff. I mean,
long hair.
Long hairs, yeah.
Ponytails, yeah. Well, I tell you, Dave, they may be a bunch of crazy old hippies, but they're brilliant crazy old hippies. And this is strictly between you and me, of course, under the table, but I'd say probably over half of them are total stoners. Which is why their work is so good. We had a drought last winter. There wasn't any marijuana around for about 4 weeks, and their work just went right down the toilet, son. It was horrible. So, what can I say? I'm possibly, if you want to change your habits a little bit, give up this drug addiction problem of yours, come back in about 3 months and take another UA, and we can talk. We should like to have you on our team.
Okay.
Well, thanks for stopping by.
Thanks.
Yeah, have a good afternoon.
Hi, this is Billy Ray Stokes for Sports Talk. Today, ladies and gentlemen, we have Mr. Ranger Rick from the Fish and Game Commission. Today, he has some good news for us, so let's hear what he has to say.
Well, hi everybody. Billy Ray, thanks for inviting me on your show.
welcome.
Good to be here.
We're glad to have you.
Folks, as you all know, if you're hunters and sportsmen, you got to realize that we're running pretty low on our big game these days. All the licenses are getting more expensive, and the hunting season is getting shorter and shorter, and with all the hunters out there, it's just almost impossible to bag your limit. Well, the last few years, we've been doing a census, and what we've been discovering has been pretty bad. What we've been finding out is that the herd of Californians has grown to outrageous proportions. They're overpopulating the entire state. Now, in order to take care of this problem, we've got to thin down the herd. Therefore, the Fish and Game Department has issued new licenses for big game hunting of Californians. Now, it is a bit expensive. They are $200 per license.
$200? Why so much?
Well, the problem is, Billy Ray, is that we have a lot of local species that are on the danger of extinction. Species like technicians and managers and engineers and that sort. And they're all losing their jobs and becoming homeless, so we're trying to provide care for these people before we get the population thinned down of the Californians. Now, we've been studying the migratory routes, such as Interstate 70 and the airport, and basically the migration's turned into stampede, and this population is just going crazy. So what we're doing is issuing these licenses, and it's going to be open season all year round. So Billy Ray, if you're interested, why, I can take you on a hunting trip next week and find out how this big game California hunting goes.
That sounds great, Ranger Rick. We'll get some people together and we'll take the adventure next week.
All right, well, thanks for having me on your show.
Pleasure having you. So people, next week we will experience Ranger Rick's expedition. Till next week, so long.
So, Billy Ray, who's your friend here?
That's my cousin Jim Bob there, Ranger Rick.
Nice to meet you, Ranger Rick.
Well, howdy there, Jim Bob. Hope you have a good day for you today. Say, man, the first thing you got to know about hunting Californians is that your bait's a whole lot different. You got yours?
I got my Perrier, my croissants. I got my tofu and bean sprouts.
And I got my yogurt and wine cooler. I guess we're all set. So, Billy Ray, that's a mighty fancy machine pistol there. What you going to be using that for today?
Well, you told me I can carry a gun, but also it's for the mass colonies together at these health clubs.
Well, that's a fact. It's like the local water holes. Now, man, also, in addition to the right bait, I have here what's called a California collar.
California collar.
Yeah, listen to
that?
this.
Hey dudes, let's party! Free beer! Wow, that's neat. We didn't get one of them.
Well, this should do a pretty good job for us today, so let's get cracking and we'll meet you here in about 6 hours or so.
All right, thanks, Ranger Rick. See you later.
Dang, boys, we all did good today. What'd you get, Jim Bob?
Got myself a surfer, even got a surfboard too. That's a real beaut.
Boy, look at all them pretty colors. You did pretty good, Billy Ray. What'd you get?
Well, I got me one of them sweet boys from the Bay Area.
Ooh, boy, isn't he special?
What'd you get, Ranger Rick?
Gentlemen, I happen to bag me a corporate tax lawyer.
Ooh, looks like trophy material.
Yeah, I'm going to have him stuffed him out and put in my living room. Well, anyway, Billy Ray, thanks for having me on your show.
You're welcome for coming. Well, so long for sports talk. See you next week.
Dang! Yes, sir?
Excuse me, Mr. P, but that man is here again.
Oh, very well. Send him in. Come in. So, Mr. Melendez, I see you're here with us at last, and you're trying to get admission into our place, are you?
Yep.
Well, put your hand on the CD-ROM of judgment, and we'll see what happens.
What happened to the Book of Judgment?
Book? Book of Judgment? Are you crazy? If I had a book of judgment, it'd be 50 foot thick these days. I can't have a book. This is much better. You gotta keep with the times, boy. So put your hand on there and let's see what happens. Well, Mr. Melendez, frankly, I can't see why you're trying to apply for admission into heaven. It seems like you've broken just about every law we have, especially the two biggest ones. Honor thy father and mother, and thou shalt not kill. You did a good job of both of those.
But I was a victim. I was abused as a child. I'm codependent.
Oh? You say you were abused as a child?
Yes.
Doesn't see that here. What I see is that you were spanked about 5 times. Now, I wouldn't call that abuse, Mr. Melendez. And you know, the Bible has a few things to say about that. Computer, do search verse, keywords, rod, foolish children.
Foolishness is bound in the heart of the child, but the rod of correction shall drive it far from him.
Ah, now see, there you see. It says it right there, and Mr. Melendez, frankly, I think that you have absolutely no possibility of getting into our place here. I'm telling you, Mr. Melendez, your type makes me sick. No one's responsible for anything these days. You're all just victims, and what you did was terrible. Jesus H. Christ!
You called me, Peter?
Oh, sorry, Lord. Didn't mean to take your name in vain there. It's just that I have a real loser here today.
Sounds like a real schmuck.
Yeah, he's a schmuck, all right.
Well, come on over tonight. I'll turn some water into wine.
Well, I tell you what, you're making a cold beer, you got yourself a date. All right, see you later.
All right, bye.
Anyway, Mr. Melendez, what I'm going to have to do here is send your file down to hell. You see, we have what we call the soul net, and I'm in direct communication with them. In fact, we're on the data highway to hell! The data highway to hell! Do you like AC/DC, Mr. Melendez?
No, I don't.
Oh, good. I'll just put that in your file, and the head demon can deal with that when you get down there. Well, there's the door, Mr. Melendez. You know where to go. I hope you have a safe trip.
But, wait, let me talk to my lawyer. Let me get her up here.
That's impossible, Mr. Melendez.
Why?
Well, because this is heaven, and there are no lawyers in heaven.
Have
Have you ever wondered how much time, energy, and money goes into the raising of a child in America? Well, let's take a look. Cost of a routine hospital birth, $3,000. Complications or a low birth weight, $25,000 and more. Food and clothing for 18 years, $38,000. 12 years of public education, 18,600 hours of classroom and homework time. Medical care, $15,000 minimum. 453 sleepless nights when they're sick when children, another 186 nights when they become teenagers and stay out late on dates, for a total of 693 sleepless nights. College education, $37,000 minimum. 19,000 hours are involved in caregiving, support, nurturing, driving to sports practice, and running errands and being involved with your child. And it's all been taken away by a 6-pack of beer and a 10-cent bullet. Suicide is the second leading cause of death among teenagers in America. 5,000 kids, 14 every day, leave us. Over 500,000 attempt it every year. While girls attempt suicide 9 times as much as boys, 5 times as many males actually succeed. 65%, or 2/3 of teen suicides, are committed with handguns. Suffocation by hanging has tripled in just the last 5 years. Children as young as 9 and 10 years of age are killing themselves. Why? Teen suicide has tripled since the 60s and has quadrupled since the 50s. The Denver-Boulder area has one of the highest teen suicide rates in the country. Colorado has the 3rd highest level in the country. Adjusted by race, Colorado has the highest rate in America. If you are thinking about suicide, remember this. If you are desperate enough to take your life, then you should be desperate enough to change it. Instead of this, do this. Or borrow a few bucks from a friend and do this. And think about this. If you are planning on going away, your troubles are probably caused by school, or by the lack of a girlfriend or boyfriend, or not having a nice car, or a lack of money. If that's the case, then head out to nature. Go here. Or here. After all, in nature there are no money problems, or love problems, or car problems, or family problems. Talk to a friend or a religious advisor about your situation. Remember, suicide is a permanent solution to a temporary problem. But wait! Rewind this tape. Now, instead of this, what happens when this occurs? Now we're talking about real cost. When someone kills a child, court costs can go from $20,000 to $40,000. For complicated cases, well over $100,000 can be lost. And then you have 40 years of a jail sentence at $30,000 a year for present-day costs, for a total of $1,200,000. The total cost for 2 young lives, $2 million. Now, if you think these costs are high, they're not. They are only half of the estimated cost for raising an average American child, which is supposed to be $500,000 to $600,000 in present-day terms. Guns and kids is just a bad, stupid idea. Stop the madness now. I'm telling you, man, when's the last time we had a customer in this place?
I think it was yesterday afternoon.
Yesterday afternoon, and we got our signs up, sale prices and everything, and we haven't had any customers in. Do we have anybody come in this morning?
Not that I know of.
Dude, I tell you what, I've been in this business a long time, and I've seen some things, and I tell you what, I just don't know what the heck is going on. I mean, we got the best smoke in town, we got the best blow in town, and we got some of the best pills in town at the best prices, and ain't nobody coming in and buying. But I'm just sick of this, man. I'm gonna go back to the coast where I can sell this stuff and make some money. It's yours, buddy.
But geez, now how am I going to find another partner?
Drugs. If you don't buy them, they can't sell them. Produced by the Partnership for a Sensible America. Newsflash! Newsflash! An evil minister from Longmont has just been arrested for viciously preying upon innocent young boys. We take you now to the scene of the crime.
Get off me! Let me go!
Oh, Lord, drive the wickedness from this boy! Help him to honor his father and mother, oh Lord! Make him a good boy, oh Lord! Amen! Yes! Stand by for more details later on in this broadcast.
Hey, Mike.
Oh, dude.
How you doing?
Oh, man. You look pretty fried.
I'll tell you, I almost fell asleep in old man Tucker's class. That guy is so boring, he could put a rock to sleep. And how about you?
Oh, man, I am depping hard. I was up till 4 in the morning last night, so wired.
Oh, man, I know what you're talking about. I didn't think I would ever fall asleep. But hey, what a night.
Oh, no doubt. At first it was like I was flying through space.
Yeah. First it was like cold and then dark and then suddenly wham!
Yeah, like you're on another dimension and your muscles could just rip apart steel like Superman.
Oh, yeah, I felt invincible.
Yeah, like some kind of primal beast.
Oh, yeah, that's it. How about that sensual stuff, huh?
Oh, yeah, I feel like a cross between Donald and James Bond. Just look at the girl and she's mine.
Yeah, it's a shame we have to come back to reality, huh?
Yeah, well, I don't know. Last night I was just going on and on and on with that thing, and I just couldn't keep my eyes open. I could get so addicted to that. Oh,
Really?
man.
Are you sure? That's the first I've heard about that kind of side effect.
Well, I don't know. If I don't watch it, I get carried away, you know?
Yeah, well, and that's that. It's some pretty wild stuff, huh?
What do you mean stuff?
You know, man, Zap. That was the best stuff I've taken in a long
You mean to tell me you were doing drugs last night?
Yeah, Zap, man.
Oh, man, I can't believe you tripping on a school night. Oh, man, what's up with that? I was talking about reading a book.
You were reading a book? You weren't...
Yeah, I was reading a book. I was reading this really cool book by Edgar Rice Burroughs. It was called The Warlord of Mars. Oh, man, it was so awesome, and I just couldn't put it down. Just another chapter. Just one more chapter. Just one more. That's what I meant by addicting. And then I finally just couldn't keep my eyes open. Oh, man.
So you're trying to tell me that you weren't frying like...
Hell no. And I can't believe that you were. I mean, tripping on a school night. Man, what a waste. So, how much did that stuff cost you?
Well, it was a little steep. It was $20 for one.
$20? Are you out of your mind? Do you realize how many dishes you gotta wash down at McGee's to make $20?
Yeah, well,
So how long did it last you?
well, it lasted for 5 hours, from 10 to 3.
So you mean to tell me you busted your butt for 6 or 7 hours just for some little trip?
Well,
Oh man, guess what?
well, what?
I didn't spend a dime for the time I was having. I was down at the library. They got the whole series of burros. Oh man, I could be in my head for a month and it wouldn't cost me a dime.
So see, you weren't altered out last night?
Well, yeah, I was altered out. Like the pictures in my mind. Oh man, Deja Thorse with that tight little leather strap harness walking around half naked. Oh man. I just can't believe you were tripping last night. That's just crazy.
Yeah, well,
Damn
is right.
Well, hey, look, man. I gotta go home and get a couple hours of sleep because I got a hot date tonight.
Oh, yeah? Yeah, with who?
Kimberly Johnson. That's who.
Kimberly Johnson? No way!
Hey, dude.
Oh, come on, there is. Kimberly Johnson is one of the hottest chicks in school. There is no way that she would go for a guy like you.
Hey, that just shows what you know. I was talking to her at the library last night. She was reading this book, Anne Rice.
Anne Rice?
Oh, man, you don't know anything. She just happens to be one of the most hottest, sensual, erotic writers they got these days. Which tells me what's going on in her mind. Yeah.
It couldn't be as hot as that bod of hers.
Oh, man, you're just focusing on her body. She told me last night that she prefers brains over brawn any day.
Yeah.
And all that stuff that the jocks have been saying, they just make that up to impress their friends. She's the one getting the bad rap for it. She and I are going out tonight to discuss the finer points of erotic literature.
Oh, man, you bastard.
Hey, not me, pal. I just happen to have good taste that if she needs someone to talk about literature with, then I'm the lucky man.
Yeah, you're lucky, alright.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, if you want, you stop by tomorrow. Maybe I'll tell you some of the juicy details about it. Maybe. Yeah, but remember what I said. The library, it's always there, and you don't have to pay an arm and a leg to have a good time. And babes like Kimberly Johnson hang out there. Think about it.
Ugh, Kimberly Johnson. Damn.